That's okay. I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm used to like restrained enthusiasm. Just enough. So yeah, I'll just get going because I have one real short one that's about a dog funeral, and then one just medium one that's about casual drug use with a guy that I grew up with in northwestern Wisconsin. So this is called Bandit the Dog Takes a Curtain Call. We are gathered here today to celebrate Bandit the dog, that cold-nosed beagle, that one that lies in a cardboard box right here, right in front of you. Don't pick it up. We are here to speak flat phrases. We laugh in the face of death. We cherish what we have. We appreciate ourselves, our others, our 80s living room dance parties. We are here to say that it is a good thing because in a way, Bandit is still alive in all of us. But in another, much more literal way, Bandit is dead. Very dead. Gone beyond the great veil dead. Took a dirt nap dead. Bought the big one dead. Bought a one-way ticket on the next train to Deadsville, population 0, and he's staying there for the foreseeable future dead. Oh, that sinking spell, that watery cough, cataract eye. Is it selfishness that makes me gasp? Here, Mom made lemonade, take some. Here, it is so tangy. The backyard bald hot and sweating cardboard. Drop an old PB&J crust down the hole. Drop the dog collar down the hole. Drop the stick. Drop it. Drop it. Bandit! Dad brought stones from Lake Michigan. Pick one up, but be careful. The weight is so surprising. And there is no stillness here. Summer earth churned fresh. Lawnmower echo and a fog of gnats that run pinpricks over us. Pull away your itching finger, and there's blood behind your ear. Dad's voice is a husky whisper when showers of Perseid meteors and fireflies leave streaks of light around, above us and all around. Sit, Bandit, stay. So that's that one. And this one's about Tony Capozzi, who's one of my best friends growing up. If you ask Tony Capozzi what his favorite food is, he'll say venison. If you ask him what the best beer is, he'll say Miller Lite. If you ask him to elaborate on this, he'll say because it's fucking cheap. If you ask him about Connie Winters, his dark eyes will go darker and he won't say too much at all. He'll be wearing camouflage and holding a duck freshly killed. A wing will quiver, electric muscle flash, and you'll flinch involuntarily, and guess what? Tony will laugh and maybe throw it at you. The duck, I mean, because he likes to see people flinch sometimes. If you ask Tony what the best instrument is, he'll say drums. If you ask him why, he'll say because drummers rock the fuck out. If you ask him if he ever wrote a song, he'll say only one time, and it was about hitting Connie Winters with his truck. Just kidding, he'll say, and his laugh will bark out in steam. The leaves are all fallen, and your footsteps are much louder than his. You'll notice how small his hands are, how fast they can tie a lure or roll a cigarette. He'll make you feel like a 10-foot crashing giant, a lumbering maple, but that's okay, because Tony likes you anyway. If you ask Tony Capozzi why he made out with Connie Winters next to the grease dumpster at Dairy Queen, he'll say, I don't know. If you ask him why he invented the nipple burger, he'll say, I don't know. If you ask him why his iguana's tail fell off, he'll say, I don't know, and toss the fleshy nub in your garbage. If you are at a stoplight and on your way to buy a Frisbee and Tony Capozzi pops something in his mouth and you ask him what it is, he'll wink at you and say, mushrooms, dude. He'll spend the rest of the ride gritting his teeth raw and growling at cars. If you ask Tony Capozzi if you can eat some chocolate in the fridge, he'll say, don't, there's drugs in that. If you ask Tony if you can use some of his minty green mouthwash, he'll grab it out of your hand and say, don't, there's drugs in that. If you ask Tony Capozzi what the worst part was of getting tased in front of his house, sirens flashing, the neighbors' stone masks of shame, the DUI, the pimpled cop's face hovering above him like a killer, like a UFO, like God, and his dog is barking, and there goes joining the Marines again. If you ask him all that, if you ask him that, he'll say the worst part was the taser burning 2 holes in his favorite sweatshirt. If you ask Tony Capozzi who punched him off his bike in 7th grade, he'll say Dustin Johnson. If you ask him where Dustin Johnson is now, he'll say doing 30 years in red granite for stabbing someone in the neck 13 times. If you ask him if he thinks justice was served, he'll take a deep pull on his cigarette, shuck some feathers, spit, and say, who gives a shit? The forest will be so quiet then, and looking up you can see the bare oaks hold as tethers to a clouded sky. A light snow will be falling. If you ask Tony Capozzi to light his fart on fire, he will. If you ask him to drum in your ska band, he will. That's true. If you ask him to drive from Menominee in cold, blank night to pick you up because your parents kicked you out again, he won't ask why. He'll show up on Barstow Street in a rusted Jeep and a black eye. He will push Taco Bell wrappers to the floor and try not to sob, and he will drum on his steering wheel and stare straight ahead. You will look at his gunky fingernails. If you ask him to let you crash at his place for a week, he will. If you ask him who he loves, he'll say his family and also the Green Bay Packers. If you ask Tony what his dad does, he'll say he used to own Italian Slice, but now he's just a cable guy. If you ask Tony what he does for a living, he'll say cable guy. If you ask him what he wants to do in 10 years, he'll say reopen Italian Slice. And you'll keep walking with him down rabbit trails by Lowe's Creek, dark water inches deep and moving fast. The light will be fading and it will remind you of Thanksgiving football the year before Grandpa got cancer. Tony will see a buck only 20 feet in front of you, but you'll miss it until it runs away. When you ask Tony how he knew it was there, he'll say, because my head isn't always up my ass. And you'll take your gloves off, feel your fingers grow fat in the cold, trace a line in the powdered snow, and know exactly what he means. Thanks. You guys should buy Tony and Dejaneiro's book when he passes.